I don't know, like, because I think of things like John Smith, you know what I mean? Like, Smith is like a normal, like, you know what I mean? But like, is Coco Head a normal name? Or is that just like, does that mean like Bongo Head or something? Or Dum Dum? Yuma Dum Dum. Yo, what's up, Master Detectives? It's just one of those days. No, she kind of looks like Chiaki. Did somebody say meatloaf? Calm down, Fred Durst. No way. He's already dead? Brother, what? See? It's 5. Everyone besides me is dead. That makes you the only possible killer, Master. Did you do it? No, that's not possible. But I can't say for certain. I lost my memories and now I'm seeing a death god. There's something wrong with me. Death gods are said to reap human souls. Maybe because I'm being haunted by one. Maybe subconsciously, You're not telling me that, like, the main cast of characters just died off rip, though. Ain't no way. This is just a test. We arrived! What's it gonna be, huh? What are you gonna do? I don't know. Huh? What? This looks bad. Snap out of it and run! Run, but, Master, those guys from before are still on the platform. Run to the front of the train car. Why is this happening to me? Huh? They're coming in! We gotta go! You might find yourself in a pinch during the course of detective work. Follow the on-screen instructions to get out of those tricky situations. But there's a time limit for oh my god, quick time events. There is a time limit for inputs, so be careful. Quick time events, let's go! Who are these people? The police? They're not your friends, that much is for sure. Considering the state of the crime scene, they're totally gonna pin it on you. But... Eat shit, Miles! Take this shit! Spray their asses. They're gonna arrest you! Run! Oh shit, oh god, it's like fucking heavy rain type shit. I gotta be doing like all the buttons. The way they're running. We're kind of in a pickle. Aw, looks like you're done for. Wait, please listen to me. I can explain. What's there to talk about? You're a master detective of WDO, ain't ya? The name's Swank Castanel. I'm with the Amaterasu Corporation's Peacekeepers. Swank Castanel? Who names their child Swank? He looks like a swank. Sorry, I'm kind of like, this is like on the fly voice acting. I'm so sorry. Like, I have to like fucking just like as I go, like really fucking just get into character. Which actually, like, I think that's really good because like it helps me like really solidify, like it's genuinely like first impressions is like giving me my character. Because usually like when it kind of like happens naturally to me to like get into a character, like what I first like think of is usually just like, ooh, this really fits them. You know what I mean? So like it's, I guess, kind of nice to be like on the fly with it. But obviously like if I don't necessarily like the way I voice someone, I might like change it a little bit later on. But I think I settled into something good here with Swank. Amaterasu Corporation Peacekeepers? Don't act like you don't know. You're the WDO detective for crying out loud. Or are you some sort of imposter? No, I'm not. I think. You think? Well, I don't care either way. What's about to happen has already been decided. Which is, the peacekeepers here are defenders of law and executioners in canine war. If the unjust wander into my space, they will be eliminated. Eliminated? Hey, isn't Canine Ward under the complete control of Amaterasu? Meaning, these people are like the police here. Police? But it's just some company's security department. Hey, who are you talking to? Oh, right, you're the only one who can see me thanks to the contract master. It's a bit cliche at this point, huh? Yeah! Don't laugh, help me! I'll ask again, who do you think you're talking to, huh? Talk about suspicious. I'm sorry. Tell me who you're gonna explain the situation. We prepared the train to welcome you all here, but an internal fight sprawling in a bloodbath was unexpected. It's not what it looks like. There's a perfectly logical explanation behind this. You're the culprit. Huh? Well, that was direct, Master. Try your best to beat him. No. I really don't know anything. Everyone was killed while I was asleep. I don't think so. While the other detectives were asleep, you killed them. As proof, there's the coffee and wine. What the? We found coffee and wine in the dining car. When we checked the second car earlier, I had a subordinate drink it. You can see what... Okay, why would you just fucking... This whole situation is bonkers, bro. Why would it... Okay, first of all. Second of all. First of all, you sent goons to apprehend me. In the middle of sending goons to apprehend me, you had two of your guys randomly just drink fucking shit on the train. I don't buy this for a second at all. This is like some kind of test for me, right? Like this isn't actually happening. This is all just a dream. When we checked the second car earlier, I had a subordinate drink it. You can see what happened. Looks like some kind of knockout drug was mixed in. Drug? Which means you drugged the other detectives and killed them while we were passed out. But I drank it too. You fucking idiot. I drank it too. That's why I passed out. Fucking idiot. Dumb. Big stupid big brain fucking idiot. Oh my god, and that we'll use Zane's fucking thing to prove that we drank it. Oh my god, dude, it's already coming together. Wow, he may just be a lowly grunt, but he knows his stuff. He could be in trouble. You could be in trouble. Why do you sound so impressed? So, did you figure out the cause of death? Yes, they all burned to death. Huh? All of them? How cruel of you to kill them like that. What's your end game in this? Is it money or is it money? If it's money, then hand over everything you swiped. I promise I'll show mercy. To your wallet? He just wants money. That's no fair. I'm not the culprit. Yes, you are. You're the culprit. No, I'm not the perpetrator. But do I know that for sure? In this situation, who else besides me could have done it? There were, without a doubt, only 6 people on the train, and 5 of them were killed. So the only possibility is... Just admit it! I know you're the culprit! What am I supposed to do? Admit it! Now! You're guilty! Am I the killer? Come on! Confess! Maybe it's better if I confess for now. It could be better to get through this now and get some time to think about it. Why confess if you didn't do it? Master, you're an idiot. I'll boom kill ya. Huh? You heard me? I didn't say it out loud. There you go again, talking to yourself. Must be crazy or something. I hear your thoughts too. I told you we share the same mind and body. Anyway, never mind that. You're giving up already? Well, there's nothing I can do. Wrong. The mystery solving has just begun. Why did you make a contract with me to begin with? Huh? What do you mean? Shut up! Stop talking yourself, you unstable psycho! Hey, bring him down, men. Confiscate anything of value he's got on while you're at it. Oh, stop with that pitiful moaning. I'll show you exactly what I'm made of right now. Come on, master. Are you is your mind and body ready? Arise, mystery labyrinth. Oh my god, I knew it. I knew it. It actually is a hot chick. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Holy shit, dude. You got a nice bounce to your chest. I still think I'll keep the, like, voice I had for Shinigami, like, in the ghost form, but I will give her, like, I will separate the two, like how I would for, like, Junko Monokuma. What is this? What's happening? We can freeze time? Is this our forte? What is this? What's going on? Oh! Who are you? What do you mean? I've been here with you this whole time. Wait, you're Shinigami? Oh, right, I guess I can't tell. You can't tell because I'm not puffy anymore. I can only access the mystery labyrinth if I'm at full power, so I had to change forms. But some parts of me are still nice and puffy. It's true. Want a touch? I'm okay. Anyway, what's going on? It's like time has stopped. And what's that hole? That hole is connected to the mystery labyrinth. Mystery labyrinth? You'll find out when you enter. Come on, let's go. Wait, you have to tell me, what's a mystery labyrinth? Save the deets for later, kick. Ah! Down the rabbit hole we go. Holy shit, dude. This game just went from 0 to 100 in like 5 minutes. The fuck? I'm chained up? Hopefully to a hot mommy. Uh-oh. Oh! Huh? Where am I? What do you think of my awesome powers? This is what you obtain in exchange for your memories, Master. You did this, Shinigami? Is this why I made a pact with you? I don't understand any of this. Where are we? Simply put, it's an alternate universe. It's got that kind of vibe, right? An alternate universe? Hey, don't sound so surprised. Come on, it's awesome. You probably think it's cliche, huh? Well, it isn't any old alternate universe. Check this out. And check this out. Ta-da! This is the Mystery Labyrinth. It's a maze that materializes mysteries from the real world. Materializes mysteries? Unsolved mysteries become lost in time, right? Well, here they actually take shape in the Mystery Labyrinth. Now, this maze is a materialized form of the unsolved murders that took place on the Amaterasu Express. This maze is the mystery? I have the power to interact with the Mystery Labyrinth. That's why you were able to come here in the first place. Anyway, Master, we're gonna beat the Amaterasu Express Massacre Mystery Labyrinth. What happens when we beat it? In every case, there's a hidden truth, and we have to find the truth deep inside the Mystery Labyrinth. So, if we beat the Mystery Labyrinth, the truth of the case will be revealed. Naturally, so will the true identity of the killer. Now, let's solve this thing. We'll discover the killer's identity too? You couldn't solve it in reality, so you're solving it in an alternate universe. There's two sides of the same coin. But whether or not you discover the truth depends on the person entering the labyrinth. The more complex the mystery is in the real world, the more complex the maze will be too. Killers in the real world cases throw whatever obstacles they can at investigators, right? Those also materialize in the maze, so this is gonna be a tough battle. So you're saying there are traps in there? Yep, looks like you're finally getting it. Now that I've explained it all, let's head into the dungeon. Hold on, I don't understand any of this. Seriously? You don't get it? A mystery labyrinth is a maze based on a real mystery? This one is formed under the murder of the Amaterasu Express. Yep, you're right so far. So if there's always a hidden truth inside the mystery labyrinth, if we keep going, the Amaterasu Express case will be solved? Yep, you totally get it. What? I don't get anything. That makes no logical sense. Sheesh, that's why you're a bench warmer, detective. You're an alternate universe and hung up on details. Of course I am! Okay, I'll explain more about how it works as we explore the Mystery Labyrinth. If you have any more questions along the way, stare at my boobs for 8 seconds. That'll make you all your worries disappear. No, I won't. Please explain everything now. Relax, relax. I'll tell you in due time. Come on, let's go. Time to unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention the important keys. Whoopsie. Keys? You mean for opening doors in the dungeon? Yeah, something like that. But keys in the mystery labyrinth are used to break through mysteries. They're called solution keys, and they're essential to clear the mystery labyrinth. So where do I find them? Solution keys are materialized clues for the case. Normally, you'd get them during an investigation. You kinda had to rush through the investigation this time around. So let's briefly review the case. For starters, try to recall all that happened on board the Amaterasu Express. The Amaterasu Express. The Amaterasu Express is the only method of transportation in Kanai Ward. It's an automated, unmanned train with 5 cars. Its doors won't open while in motion, and windows are fixed in place. There are no stops before our destination, so the train kept moving until it arrived at the station. A monitor in the backup control room displays the operation log, and there was no record of the train stopping. Here's Here's your solution key. She just vomit that shit out? What the fuck? Oh, so these are like our truth bullets. I probably should have been reading those. So this is a solution key, but why did it come out of your mouth? What do you mean? So I don't have to use my hands. I worked really hard developing this method. You put thought into this? So that's how words and events you think are clues get transformed into solution keys. Let's keep reviewing what happened in the case. All right, I'll do my best. The incident occurred inside the Amaterasu Express while we were still moving. Including myself, there are 6 master detectives on board. Aphex and Poochie's abilities confirmed there were no other passengers on the train. Aphex and Poochie's fortes proved there were no other passengers besides the 6 people inside the train car. And who died first again? It was Zilch, in the first car's infirmary. I noticed smoke pouring through the crack on the door and looking through the window. You know what, though? If the order of events is going to be a key factor of, like, the deaths, I think Zilch died last. Because if we were passed out and we actually saw him, like, burst into flames, that leads me to believe he died last. And I feel like the scuffles in all the other cars happened first. I noticed smoke pouring through the crack of the door, and looking through the window, I saw a knife stuck in Zilch's chest. The knife stuck in Zilch's chest. The infirmary was on fire, so smoke quickly filled the whole area. I hurried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge because it was locked. Does that mean that this was a locked room mystery? Not really. There's a chance the killer had a duplicate key. Aw, that's no fun. Anyway, I broke the door's window and unlocked the door from the inside to enter the infirmary. But by then, Zilch's corpse had burnt to a crisp. Zilch's corpse, discovered in car run 1, was burnt to a crisp. I wanted to alert the others, so I moved to the second car, but I found Malami's corpse there. I think she was set on fire with the liquor in the dining car. Ooh, a flambe! A human flambe! Malami's corpse discovered in car 2. It was burnt to a crisp, but the face is still barely recognizable. That reminds me, something was off about car 2 right before the train entered the tunnel. There was a strange shaking. Isn't that from entering the tunnel? It's like air pressure, wind stuff. And there was a blackout right after, although it only lasted a moment. Yeah, what was up with that blackout? Wasn't there one on the other side of the tunnel too? No. When we exited the tunnel, there was shaking again, but no blackout. There was something else too. Something that happened when we were in the 4th car. I wonder if that's a clue. There was a blackout and a shaking when the train car entered the tunnel. There was another shaking when the train exited the tunnel. And the next corpse was the little girl in the 3rd car. Yeah, it was Poochie. Another burnt body, just like the first 2 cars. Poochie's corpse discovered in car 3. It was burnt to a crisp, but the face is just barely recognizable. Oh yeah, wasn't there a secret base thing in the 3rd car? You mean the backup control system? I remember something about that. The control system automatically manages the electricity within the train. When the main control system fails, it will switch to the backup system after 1 second. You may have amnesia, but you got a pretty good memory. Anything else you can remember? I did notice that the backup control system was actually operating. And if the backup was on, that means the main system was down, right? That was probably the flickering. Like when it was shaking and the blackout happened, that's when the main system probably switched off. So when we first entered the tunnel, what do you think about that? The backup control system status was operating. Did the main control system fail? Well, the train never stopped, so it doesn't change the fact that no one could get in or out, right? Yeah, that's true. Next, you found the geezer's corpse in the 4th car, right? He was also covered in burns. Was there anything strange about the corpse? He didn't have any external wounds, but he was holding the cell phone he uses for his photography ability. That's going to come in handy later, because if we're going to have to talk about us being drugged, that's our proof that we drank the coffee if it was drugged. I'm already piecing some things together. Oh yeah, that useless ability, it's basically no better than a dash cam. Anyway, forget about the geezer for now. Don't want that old man smell haunting my memories. Zange's corpse discovered in Car 4. The entire body had been burnt to a crisp. Zange's Forte created this record image. It was saved in the cell phone found in the corpse. Next and last is the 5th car. Come on, try and remember it. The body we found in the 5th car was completely charred. It was impossible to tell who it was, but the necklace around the corpse's neck confirmed it was Aphex. We also discovered a stab wound on the chest. The burnt corpse thought to belong to Aphex had what appeared to be a stab wound on its chest. Also, judging by things like the plate on the wall, the 5th car appeared to be far more burnt than the other cars. Maybe the room ended up like that because the victim was on fire and like running around trying to put it out? The plate identifying Car 5 was burned and distorted in an unusual manner. And the blood on the interior lock of the 5th car's infirmary is an important clue, I think. Well, whenever there's blood, there's a clue. Blood being on something is not natural, so. The infirmary in Car 5 was locked from the inside. There was a small amount of blood spattered on the interior of the lock. Uh-huh, so I guess that does it for the review of the case. Wait, there was something else. After the train arrived at the station, according to the Peacekeeper's report, they all burned to death. But that part seems off to me. Because why did they have stab wounds? The victims all burned to death, according to the Peacekeeper's report. How would they know? You can't tell just from looking at a charred corpse with a stab wound whether or not they were killed by stabbing or killed by burning. And especially with the idea that there was blood on that lock, someone legitimately must have gotten stabbed because that would have created blood. And they also mentioned there was a knockout drug mixed into the drinks in the car. There was a knockout drug mixed in the drinks in the dining car. Yeah, I think that's everything of note. What a big catch! This should be enough solution keys to solve it. But I still don't know how to use them. Master, you hurry too much. I'm sure it'll turn out fine. A solution key is a manifestation of clues related to a case. You can acquire or update one by investigating the case and moving the story along. Acquiring solution keys can be viewed in the notebook menu. Try checking one if a mystery labyrinth becomes too difficult to solve. There's bound to be some useful information. Labyrinth skills are abilities that can help you clear mystery labyrinths. Acquire them by spending skill points, SP, which you get when your detective rank increases. Labyrinth skills can be checked and acquired in the abilities section of the notebook menu. You can activate labyrinth skills by setting them, but it requires memory costs, so pay attention to how much you have left. Oh, so it's just like SP, MP, and Danganronpa. You can only equip a certain amount of skills. Time to head off and search for the truth! Let's solve this thing! Will things really turn out fine? Okay, so this is like the actual like gameplay to the game of it now. So we solve mysteries by running around and fighting shit and figuring out clues and shit. So this is the mystery labyrinth? It sure looks creepy. Hey, if we keep going, will we really get to the truth? Come on! Would I lie to you? I told you the deepest part of the labyrinth holds the truth, right? So let's go. I'm so horny for mysteries right now. You're what? There are places in Mystery Labyrinths where the path just goes on and on and on. You can't move on until the scenes play out. Just keep following the path until it does. We don't. Oh shit. This is giving me like major Persona vibes. We're in the palace, dude. We're in the palace, bro. Am I supposed to be doing like anything special? Oh, here we go. Hey, did something move just now? Oh, that's a Q. Q? Is that another monster living in the Mystery Labyrinth? They're not exactly monsters. Q are a part of the Mystery Labyrinth itself. They're what materializes the mystery. Q have no intelligence or autonomy. All they do is manifest the mysteries in the labyrinths. But since you are here to defeat mysteries, they're kinda like obstacles. So in other words, they're the enemy. Of course, as a detective seeking the truth, mysteries are your greatest enemy. Okie doke. Nice butt shot. What is that? Oh god. Oh god, it's what's his nuts? Swank. Swank. Was that his name? Dude, this really is like Persona. There's like shadow versions of the enemy. What the? There are monsters here? That's a mystery phantom. A mystery phantom? What's that? Phantom? Phantom pain? When you can. Okay, I'm not doing it again. I told you that Qs make mysteries materialize, right? Well, if there's someone in the real world trying to interfere with the case, that person also materializes. That's a mystery phantom. Interfering with the case? Hey, doesn't he look like that Swank from the Peacekeepers? If the Peacekeepers are tied up in this, then maybe this incident has something to do with Amaterasu Corporation. You're the culprit! Huh? Oh god, he's gonna fart on me. Since all the other passengers on the train are dead, you're the only one who could have done the crime. So you're the culprit. That's the truth behind the case. Master, he is trying to frame you to bury the case. If you can't get past this, you can't reach the truth. What do I do? Should I just run away? A detective doesn't run from a mystery. You gotta defeat him. Defeat him? How? Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth? Huh? Just say, I am. I am! Oh god. Oh god. Oh damn. Oh damn. I'm boob height with all the baddies. Damn, she can deep throw. Holy fuck, you were hiding a sword in there? Yo, what that throat game do, girl? Holy shit. What? A sword? I call it the Solution Blade. It's a sword with special powers to affect things inside the Mystery Labyrinth. Use that to boom kill the Mystery Phantom. Let's do this. Whoa, slow down. How do I use this? I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually. Anyway, damage you take is nothing to sniff out. It's not like an injury in the real world, but still. The more and more your mind materializes you've been hurt here, whoo boy. You'll wind up brain dead. It'll be game over. Time to start from the beginning again. No one wants that, so you better be super careful. Traps and obstacles lie inside the mystery labyrinth. Make a mistake while facing them and Master's stamina will decrease. It's game over when the stamina runs out, so be careful as you uncover the truth. Okie doke, boss. I played Persona. I know what I'm doing. Persona! Goemon, strike! During the reasoning deathmatch, RDM, a mystery phantom will attack Master while making statements about the case. Getting hit by a statement means taking damage, so move up, down, left, and right to avoid it. Track it carefully and dodge. If you dodge a statement at the very last second, it becomes a daring dodge. The more daring dodges you make, the bigger the bonus you'll get later. So give it a shot if you got this, if you got guts. The bonus for successful daring dodges is based on the max amount you can dodge in one cycle. Basically, there's a cap on how many you can get. Inflammable statements give you a chance to counterattack. Statements might contain a contradiction. Oh my god, it really is just like fucking Danganronpa, dude. It really is just like Danganronpa. Except I'm actually doing like fluid combat with it. This is crazy. Oh my god, I'm fucking loving this already. I haven't even played it yet, but like just hearing the explanation, dude, this is gonna be so much fun. Slash through with the solution blade and fight back against the phantoms. To expose a contradiction, you gotta pick the right solution key. The key is already set in the solution blade this time, so find the contradictory inflammable statement and slash it. If you slash a statement containing a contradiction with the right solution key, you'll destroy it and damage the phantom. Picking the wrong solution key or missing the timing means taking damage. Just some friendly advice from yours truly. Okay. Coffee in the dining car. Okay, so. I don't know if I'm getting the daring dodge right. That's the only explanation. Oh, fuck. Okay, that was a jump. Everyone else is dead. You're the only one who could have done it. Rebuttal. Bam! Oh, fuck. Did I do it right? He's treating me like I'm the culprit. What should I do? Okay, alright. You have to prove you're not, Master. Look for the clue in the solution keys. Something that proves I'm not the culprit. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed I'm getting the hang of this. Sorry. Boom. You're the only one who could have done it. Boom. There we go. Suichigayo! I was drugged too. No, there's no way I could have done it. I was unconscious the whole time because I drank the drugged coffee in the dining car. It's no use! Your deduction is wrong! The solution keys you choose will change with each deathmatch. Pick the right key and cut through the contradictory, inflammable statement. I already mentioned this, but attacking with the wrong solution key means taking damage, so be careful! Testimonies, the thoughtography, how do I change it? How do I change it? How do I change it? There we go, I changed it. Ridiculous, you're the culprit. I knew it was you, that's how you avoided being knocked out. The other detectives were drugged. Oh, hopefully I fucking... And you went around killing them all. You're busted. You took the laced coffee. You took the laced coffee and only pretended to drink it. Boom! Suichigayo! I have video proof I drank it. Also, if you're not familiar with my Danganronpa playthrough, the statement I'm yelling is in Japanese, the Suichigayo. That's what they say when you, like, counter in Danganronpa. It basically just, like, I think, like, I don't know if it's a direct translation, but like what it translates to in English, like correctly, it just means like, no, that's wrong. So what, chigayo? Zange's thoughtography footage showed me drinking the coffee. That proves I wasn't faking anything. Sweet, is that it? Did we do it? Nice. Did I defeat it? See, no matter how weak you are, things will turn out fine as long as I'm here. He tried to frame me as the culprit. Guess that's what Amaterasu Corp is doing. They want to set you up and call it a day. That's why the Peacekeepers barged in as soon as the train hit the station. They probably planned all this. So they knew what was going to happen? Then the culprit works for Amaterasu? Or someone hired them? Either way, the Peacekeepers want to hide who did it. So the reason Control Headquarters didn't respond to the emergency calls was because of Amaterasu? Probably. Now that we know what they're aiming for, we're one step closer to the truth. Let's keep this up and unriddle the mystery labyrinth so we can get to the truth. You're awfully casual about this. My life is at stake here. I understand now that the mystery labyrinth in this case is mysteries given shape. But what do you do here, Shinigami? Simply put, I'm the one and only cutie that can directly interact with the mystery labyrinth. The progress you've made in the mystery labyrinth and solving those mysteries here. It's all thanks to me. How are you able to do this? I don't know what to tell you. I've always been able to do this, so I forgot how. More importantly, you got drugged and knocked out? You're so pitiful, Master. No wonder you're waddling around like a toddler. I thought I was dizzy because I got this weird ghost thing haunting me. Huh? Making a pact with me won't make you dizzy. It just reduces your lifespan a lot. You're kidding, right? Right? Anyway, Warframe. Who do you think is the culprit, Master? Do you have any guesses? If the drinks were drugged in the dining car, the culprit must have been on the train before anyone else. Oh, so then all you have to do is ask around and figure out what order everyone got on board. Oh, wait a minute. You can't because they're all dead. You aren't taking this very seriously, are you? That was cool though. I like this. I like this gameplay. It's like actually playing like Danganronpa, but like you actually have to like dodge and do shit. Like this is awesome. Spike Chunsoft, you done it again. The fucking masters of game making, bro. I fucking love this shit. The path is forked in two. Which way should I go? This fork in the path is also a materialized mystery, so you should know which way to go if you solve it. First, let's clarify what mystery this is exactly. Huh? How do I do that? Like this! Oh! What? Oh! Blood! Quit overreacting, Master. This is a mystery labyrinth. It's fine. Anyway, take a look. I used the blood of the Truth Seeker as a conduit to expose the mystery blocking the path. Is that a question? That's the mystery standing in your way. You just need to pick the right path and head on through. 6 on the train. It must mean the 6 master detectives, including me, right? If I don't think the culprit is among the 6 on the train, then I should take the right path, which says no. But if I think the culprit is one of the 6 on board, I need to take the left path that says yes. Which is it? Questions relating to the case are asked in different forms inside the mystery labyrinth. Choose the correct answer and take me to the truth. Is the culprit one of the 6 on the train? Was the culprit among the 6 people or not? Pick the door you think is the right answer. Time to see if your deductions are up to snuff, Master. I don't know. With the clues we have, it has to be one of us on the train. It has to be, because like no one else could have gotten onto the train. And with 2 master detectives giving us like confirmation that there was no one else on the train with us. Is the culprit one of the 6 on the train? Yes. So, you think the culprit is one of the 6 on the train, right? Is the culprit one of the 6 on the train? Is this your choice? Yes. Did I do it? Was it wrong? Do I die if I fail? Do I die if I get it wrong? I mean, it has to be, right? Can I go through now? Oh, so you got it right. Not bad at all, Master. Okay, so it lets you through if you're right. Okay. It has to be, because it was like a locked room mystery. Something happened. Why? Did I make a wrong choice? It's trying to bury the truth again. Go and get him, Master. Damn, so one of us killed everyone? Was it me? It couldn't have been because I got drugged. We just proved that it couldn't have been me because I was drugged. Testimonies of 2 detectives. Your deductions are wrong. All you did to take on the train. You must have had an accomplice. Soichigayo! No, there wasn't. Two master detectives used their abilities to prove that only 6 people were on the train. If it was only one person, they could have been lying or an imposter, but 2 of them means there are no mistake. Wrong! Your reasoning is completely off! Peacekeeper death report, Operation Law. What good does that even do? Your accomplice was there when those 2 checked. But came aboard after all. Oh, but came aboard after that. So what if the windows don't operate? While everyone was knocked out, you secretly stopped the train. Operation log, it never stopped! Soichigayo! The backup control room's operation log showed that the train never stopped. And the doors won't open unless the train stops. So it's impossible for someone to have gotten on during the trip. Damn! Man, so I guess one of us really was a spy. Looks like you're getting the hang of this, Master. You've learned to ruthlessly cut down any who stand in your way. You make it sound like I'm the bad guy here. I'm the bad guy. Hey, I was wondering, if the mystery labyrinth is trying to block people from seeking the truth, wouldn't it reject my answers, even if they were right? Or maybe the questions themselves could be lies. No chance. A mystery labyrinth has no self-will. It can't lie or create things not based on real-world mystery. This place is a direct manifestation of a mystery. You can always progress as long as you keep solving it. In that sense, the labyrinth is fair. It won't cheat you. I see. That's a relief. By the way, what about the culprit being one of the 6 of you? How could the culprit commit the crime when all the other passengers beside you were dead? Was that really the case, though? I think with the whole, like, burned logo for the train car, I'm starting to think, yeah. And I don't know if... I'll be honest with you. I'm leaning right now more towards Aphex. Because we couldn't really confirm his identity. That corpse was charred without a shadow of a doubt. Like, we could not identify him. They just had the necklace. And because, here's my thing. I'm giving you my logic because it's, like, fun to kind of, like, deduce beforehand to see if, like, I'm on the right train of thinking. Because the supposed fifth car, we couldn't identify what the fifth car was. To me, I think the train is like one big loop. They did mention that you couldn't get to train car 5 because it was broken. But I think the train cars loop. And it looped back to car 1. When we went from car 4 to car 1, I think it looped back to 1. Because it literally had the fire extinguisher in the same place. It had the same, like, infirmary. It wasn't a different room. It had the same restroom. So what I think might have happened is Aphex used Zilch's already dead, charred corpse. And then he just burned after we left car 1. Because this is also going to play into with the shaking. Remember the shaking? I think that plays into fact with shaking. He probably set all of car 1 on fire after we left. Then burned Zilch's corpse completely without a shadow of a doubt, and then put the necklace on to make it look like and make us think that Aphex had died, but he didn't. So that's where my logic is taking me right now. Although I'm probably thinking like 25 steps ahead of this game right now. I feel like I have some pretty sound logic because we can't identify if there's a car 5 or not. We just said that, you know, the master detectives just told us that, you know, car 5 was broken. Like, the door to car 5 was broken. But then we actually went there and it wasn't. But the thing is, like, that whole supposed car 5 was all completely charred. But like I said, with the placement of the fire extinguisher and that being the infirmary again, it leads me to believe that that was car 1 again. We just went into one big loop. So my leading suspect is definitely Aphex. Because we did see, like, it was Zilch laying on the bed before his corpse got burned to a crisp. And then obviously all the other people we could roughly identify. Like, it definitely looked like Malami was dead in the car 2. It definitely looked like Pucci died in car 3. And it definitely looked like Zange died in car 4. So my leading suspect is definitely Aphex right now. Unless, of course, the game is just going to throw some complete fucking curveball and tell me that while I was drugged, I fucking killed everyone. Another fork in the road. This is how we reach the truth. It reflects how problems are really solved, doesn't it? Well, I don't know if I ever actually solved a mystery on my own. I don't remember at all. It doesn't matter. You just need to solve the mystery in front of us. Everyone was dead, so how did the culprit pull it off? This time, yours truly is going to help think it through. You just leave it all the heavy lifting to your lovely mystery labyrinth guide. Really? That'd be a big help. Okay, she's just... that's what I would have assumed. Yeah, they didn't just fucking commit suicide. Everyone was dead, so how did the culprit pull it off? They played dead. I'm still thinking here. Don't choose yet. I guess I'll think about the opposite door? Oh, I got it! Master, leave this to me. This has to be the right answer. Follow me. Go! Wait! Oh my god, I really am chained to a baddie. I'm a good little boy. Mommy? Sorry, mommy? Sorry, mommy? Man, I really am getting fucking... Ugh. The culprit just played dead. Because if they did commit suicide after the crime, they'd be dead right now. And that's no fun at all. That's your reasoning? Wait, what's with this chain? I told you we share a mind and body. The chain is proof of that. Our relationship can never be broken apart. That's terrible. Please, you should consider yourself lucky you're being haunted by a cutie like me. I'm so tired. I pulled you up here, so can you walk the rest of the way yourself? I didn't ask you to do that. So you think this path will lead toward the truth, right? No idea. This is a labyrinth. It's pretty common to encounter dead ends. Whoa, whoa, watch out! You see? What did I tell you? Dead end. It would have been funny if it was just like a wall with a giant knife in it and it was like stabbed and bleeding. It's like, oh look, a dead end. That would have been funny. Don't sound so proud of yourself. You chose this path, Shinigami. If it's a dead end, maybe the culprit wasn't just playing dead. I searched all 5 bodies and they were, without a doubt, dead. Oh, so the answer isn't play dead. Let's turn back. No, I think it is. You changed your mind already? Exploring all possibilities is an important part of beating a mystery labyrinth. Yeah! I'm so awesome! Or are they really gonna tell me that it was commit suicide? Really? No. By the way, I did say I can guide you through the mystery labyrinth, but I'm not that good at solving mysteries. You could have said that a little earlier. I just want to help. I like when you rely on me, Master. Anyway, what's going on in the real world while we're in the mystery labyrinth? Time has stopped on the other side. We're sort of set apart from the normal flow of time while we're in here. In other words, you're still surrounded by peacekeepers. So if we return without solving the mystery, we'll just be captured. As a result, this murder case will remain unsolved and linger in people's memories as a serious crime. Naturally, this mystery labyrinth will also survive, and that creates an even bigger problem. Which is, leaving a case unsolved means that it will go down in history that way. The more bizarre a mystery is, the more it attracts people's interest, and the more people rack their brains around that mystery, the bigger the mystery labyrinth gets. Eventually, the mystery labyrinth would gain enough power to start affecting the real world. It would implant insidious ideas into people's minds, creating more murderers and in turn, new mystery labyrinths. Labyrinths can create endless cycles. That's why it's best to cut it off as soon as possible. It sounds way more daunting than I thought. So wait, is the answer really kill themselves? We're finally back. The other route is commit suicide after the crime. There's no other option, so it has to be the right answer. I don't think so, though. Is it really the answer? That doesn't seem right to me, because that basically just fucking throws out everything I just talked about. Alright, well I guess that's not the case then. But to commit suicide after the crime would mean, after killing the other 4, the culprit killed themselves, right? Is that really the right answer? The mystery labyrinth's routes represent logical deduction. If there's only one route, then it's the only possibility. I think the only option left is the culprit off themselves. We just need to find that suicidal pest. That doesn't seem right, though. Ah! What's going on here? This is part of the mystery materializing. You just need to solve it. Come on, Master, concentrate. Ah! Ah! Come on, concentrate. Concentrate. Whoa, what the? Who was the last person to die during the incident? The culprit. Because if they killed themselves this way, the culprit had to kill themselves. If the culprit committed suicide after the crime, then the last person that died should have been the culprit. Right, because they wouldn't be able to kill someone else if they offed themselves already. Nice work. Come on, let's try again. Who set fire to the dead culprit? The culprit. This must be it. Of course, the person who started the fires must be the culprit. All 5 burned to death, so the culprit who died last totally burned themselves. Come on, let's try again. Who was the last person to burn to death? Zilch. This must be it. The one who burned the other 4 then set themselves on fire. It's Zilch. Yeah, bingo, you did it, Master. But, you know, setting aside the idea that the culprit was the last to die, why would it be Detective Four Eyes? Didn't we discover his body first? According to the Peacekeepers, the victims all burned to death, right? But then we found Zilch in car 1. He wasn't burned yet. If that's the case, that means he must have burned to death after that. Although everyone else we found after him had already died from burns. Oh, right. So if they all burned to death, then the last one who died could be Detective Four Eyes. I think the culprit killed everyone in the opposite order of how they found their corpses. Starting from car 5, they killed in order one by one, then set himself on fire in car 1. So Detective Four Eyes is without a doubt the culprit, but he committed suicide? Huh. The door! Because we saw, I don't, dude, maybe I'm just completely fucking wrong. Maybe fucking Zilch did all this. Whoa! It worked? See? I told you it'd be fine. I'm such a terrific guide. Yeah. That was just like what is it, like the Drive Mindscape or whatever the hell is, and like the surf drive or whatever the hell it was. That was like exactly what that was. Is that the end of it? I guess that's everything. Seems easier than I thought. That's wrong. What's wrong, Master? I'm wondering if that's really all that happened. Something about this seems off. It does? You think so? No, yeah, I agree. This is wrong. No, yeah. Ah! What's going on? Conclusion. Zilch killed the other 4, then set himself on fire. The conclusion. Is this the truth behind the case? There's only one door, no other options. Maybe this really is the end. Kind of a simple conclusion despite 5 people dying. Well, I hope this was helpful tutorial for you, Master. Wait. Mystery labyrinths contain all the mysteries of the real-world case, including things like misdirection, right? Which means this could be an attempt by the culprit to mislead us. So you don't think this is the truth? What makes you say that? I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that the case isn't closed yet. If so, then this door could be fake. How can you retell? If you think it's fake, why not try breaking it? It'll be bad news if you're wrong, though. I won't tell you exactly what will happen. I don't want it to affect your judgment. You've already affected my judgment. I guess the only way to find out is to destroy it. How do I do that? Conclusion, Zilch killed the other 4, then set himself on fire. No, demolished the conclusion door. I don't believe that. So it was a fake. It was the culprit trying to throw us off the trail. I don't believe that. I don't believe it for a second, mister. You should have just quit when you were ahead. That's rare for a fake exit to appear. This mystery labyrinth was way tougher than I thought. Master, don't let your guard down. Make sure you drop your money before I drop you dead. I promise I'll show mercy to your wallet. Alright, what other clues we got? We only used like 2 fucking clues. Mystery phantoms sometimes throw out noise. Oh, great, white noise. These will obstruct your vision and get in the way, so use Master's Solution Blade to cut them down. The more noise destroyed, the bigger the bonus you'll get later. So when it pops up in front of you, be aggressive and attack. The bonus for destroying noise is based on the max amount you destroy in one cycle. Basically, there's a cap on how much you can get. Knife and corpse, Nalami's corpse. The reason is obvious. Zilch is the only one who could have done the crime. He burned the 4 eyes and passed out, then set himself on fire, and then died from immolation. Soichigayo, you can't prove that! He had a knife in his chest. No, now that I think about it, Zilch's suicide by fire doesn't make sense. Because when I saw Zilch through the window, there was a knife in his chest. If he burned himself, then why would there be a knife stuck there? You little brat! Oh, fine, I'll answer you. Bloodstains on interior lock. It's see, I knew it. It is a loop. I knew it. I was on the right track. It's a loop. It's a loop. Of course I know why. Soichigayo! Because he didn't drink it, right? If his plan was to fall unconscious, he would have used the drug coffee in the dining car. That's a much easier way to pass out. He would have just drank the coffee instead of stabbing himself to, like, fucking negate the pain. Okay. I see. So you're trying to he was trying to mislead you about the cause of death to Detective Four Eyes. Right. The Peacekeeper said all the detectives burned to death, but Zilch's corpse in the first car is different. To me, it looked more like he was stabbed to death. So the Peacekeeper's report was a lie, but they have no reason to do that. If they wanted to set you up as the culprit, they'd be raising questions by fabricating reports. Yeah, you're right. They all must have died by fire after all. And for some reason, only Zilch appeared to have been stabbed to death. No, there was other people that had chest wounds. I get it. So that's what was bothering me. But no matter how hard I think about it, I can't seem to figure out what happened next. Huh? Why is that? I don't have enough clues about Zilch in the first car. I should have investigated it more after discovering the body, but I was too preoccupied with calling for help. So you were stuck right here. So we're stuck right here? I don't see any other routes to break through this mystery. I don't even know what mystery we gotta solve right now. But I do know there can't be a labyrinth without a goal. The truth is always behind the mystery. You wish you'd investigated more, right? So you think you'd have the answer if you had that done? If you had done that, right? Huh? Yeah, maybe. Oh, fine. My secret weapon is so draining, I try to avoid using it as much as possible. But I just love it when you rely on me, Master. I have a bad feeling about this. What are you trying to do? This is all for you, Master. You ready, Master? Let's go! Wait! Ow! So she can recreate the scenes. Oh, I wonder if we're gonna see the blood stain. I wonder if we're gonna see the blood stain. Whoa, what's going on? I'm extracting your memory and materializing it inside the mystery labyrinth. This is my super cute special weapon. See, if you investigate here, you might make some new discoveries. Oh, the shock from all this is making my head spin. You don't have time to waste, Master. This was pumped out. This was pumped out of that slow brain of yours, so don't assume it'll stick around for long. You have until the pain in your head clears up. Now hurry and investigate. Got it. I'll hurry. Crime scene recreation. Okay. This blanket is mostly burned, but some parts of the knife are unscathed. It doesn't look like there's blood on the blanket at all. But how could that be? A burnt blanket was placed over the corpse. There is no blood on it. Oh, so I get a solution key here too. You may have seen it, but forgotten. That just means you didn't think anything of it at the time. But it is your memory, so you can use it as a clue. You can do that? You're incredible, Shinigami. Go on, keep complimenting me. There should be new info inside. Oh, did I accidentally click her? This won't hold out for too long, so hurry up and investigate. My bad. I didn't mean to talk to you. Huh? This cushion. Was it always here? Also, it looks like it has a hole in the middle of it. It was made by something sharp. What did this? A cushion found next to the bed. It has a hole in it as if it was punctured by something sharp. So he was stabbed through the pillow? Oh, is that all we can, like, gather from the scene? Oh, it's fading. I guess the pain is starting to go away, too. Looks like it's time's up. Well, did you find anything? Yeah, I think I see the contradiction here, although I'm not completely sold on it. Come on! This is where you're supposed to declare, I have solved the mystery! Well, if you think you're on the right track, then I guess we should do this next. Do what? It's for when you're stuck in your deductions. Remember what I said earlier? Every labyrinth has a goal. So even when you're stuck, there's always a way out. And when you're gonna find it we're gonna find it by working together. Working together? Lay it all out, master. Hey, yo, is this Jabberwock Island? What the fuck? Wait, is she naked in there? Oh, it looks like she's in her undies. Shinigami puzzle. In Shinigami puzzle is one of my secret techniques to uncover the hidden truth. The truth is hiding somewhere in the letters on the side of the barrel, containing yours truly. Read the question, then knock out the letters on the right in the right order. Make a mistake, and the time limit will be reduced. If you can knock the letters out in the right order, I'll be imbued with the power of truth and unleash a special move that'll open up a path. By the way, if you feed me the solution keys floating around on the barrel, I'll give you whatever hint comes to mind. Grab the key and bring it to my mouth. But there are some solution keys you can't get hits from. If I eat one of those, the time limit will be reduced. Detective Zilch's death was actually a... Good night. There's no blood on the sheets, so was he really stabbed? Was a blank hearing? Oh, red. Fuck. Where's R? I need R. How do I? Okay. Oh, fuck. My bad. I'm so sorry. I don't know how this works. Okay, red. It's a red herring. Oh my god, you can actually see her fucking undies in there. What the fuck, dude? What is this game? It's a red herring. A moment of everlasting summer. Oh my god. Ain't no fucking way, dude. Detective Zilch's death was a red herring. Also, nice dogs. What the fuck am I playing, bro? That was like what Hangman's Gambit. That was exactly like Hangman's Gambit. That's right. When I saw Zilch through the window, it appeared as if the knife was stuck in his chest. But in actuality, he stabbed the blanket-wrapped cushion to make it look like he had been stabbed. That's why the blanket didn't have blood on it, even though the cushion was stabbed through. Zilch's death was a red herring. It was meant to mislead us. Look, Joker, a treasure chest. Let's open it. Zilch's death was just a red herring to hide the truth. It's a new solution key. If it was a red herring, that means he wasn't really dead. Yeah, Zilch was faking his death to fool us. That knife was just a trick to trick me into thinking he was dead when I looked through the window. But the Peacekeeper's report saying they all burned to death created a contradiction. So the culprit was just playing dead. It's exactly what I said. In a roundabout way, yes. Which means that the dead end in the abyss could have a new path now. Let's hurry back. Bro, this game is fucking tight, dude. I'm fucking loving this. This is hitting all my Danganronpa itches, but like it's an actual like playable game. It's not just straight like visual novel stuff. This is fucking awesome. Oh god, do I have to like run through like this huge ass fucking tunnel? What's wrong? It's too much of a hassle to go all the way back there. I don't want to walk anymore. Some guide you are. Besides, you're not even walking. I despise effort and hard work. I want to head back the easy way. Oh, I know. I have a convenient transportation method thanks to my awesomeness. It lets us go anywhere you've been before. Now's the perfect time to try using it. What's convenient? Zoom? See? Super easy. Yeah, sure. But unfortunately, using it does drain a little bit. Drain a little bit of what? Do you have like MP or something? Your lifespan. My lifespan? Again? So we've passed through how did the culprit pull it off junction and have taken the play dead turn again. Now that we have a new solution key, I'm sure we can solve this mystery and access what's ahead. Let's give it a try. What proves the culprit played dead? Oh. Solution keys can be used to break through mysteries in a way. Select the solution key that answers the question in front of you. Get it right and the mystery will disappear. What proves the culprit played dead? The red herring. Obviously the fucking thing we just got. Because all the other clues we've had up to this point, so. It'd be stupid not to use the thing we just got to prove that, like, it was the wrong way we went the other way. Zilch was trying to trick us into thinking he killed himself. Boom. Your boy still got it. He's still a masterful detective. I still got it, bro. I mean, I'm still learning. I did make the mistake on that one, but like, you know, I think I'm getting the gist of it. A bridge. See? Didn't I say the path would appear? It's all because we found the right deductive clue to break through. I'm so amazing. You can pat me on the head if you want, Master. Well, maybe later. We opened the played dead route thanks to the corpse red herring solution key. So Zilch really faked his death to mislead us. If so, he is absolutely the culprit. Now we just need to prove it. But even if the mystery labyrinth is fair when it comes to solving mysteries, the real world would be different, right? What if Amaterasu Corp decided to protect the culprit, even if we prove who really did it? Oh, you're worried they'll just cover it up? No need to worry about that. Huh? Why's that? Let's save the fun for later. Oh, the ground! It's falling apart! You better run, Master! Why? Wasn't this the right route? Maybe. The logic still has some holes in it. Oh! Oh god. Master, you better concentrate! What the fuck? Did she just break my neck? What was Yuma saw through the window actually zilch? Yes? When I saw Zilch through the window, he was faking his death with the knife through the cushion. That was definitely the real Zilch. Was the burnt corpse in car 1 actually Zilch? Yes? No, yeah, I knew it. I think it was Aphex. Fuck. I fucked up. My bad. Okay, so the burnt corpse was not Zilch. Okay. Yeah, because that's true. I was fucking stupid. I brain farted. My bad. Because obviously if he's the culprit, he can't fucking die. The corpse I investigated was real. It just wasn't Zilch's corpse. In other words, Zilch swapped himself out for a real corpse. Which swap places with the corpse in the infirmary? Before Yuma entered? Right? Yes. The corpse was switched right before I broke the infirmary window to open the lock. The blazing fire had filled the room with smoke, so I couldn't make anything out through the window. Zilch used the smoke as cover to switch himself with a dead body. Okay. Dude, this shit's got me thinking on the fucking fly, bro. I get it. The fire wasn't only there to show he died from burning. It was also to smoke screen and swap the corpse out. Right. In the smoke, he switched places with the corpse he had hid. Oh. Ah! Next up, you need to deduce where the corpse was hidden. Because the room was filled with smoke, he needed to put the body somewhere he could access immediately. Where are you thinking? If he needed to get to the body as quickly as possible, only one place makes sense. Use the on-screen cursor to select the spot that answers the question. You can pick the spots where the icon changes. Picking the wrong spot means taking damage, so don't screw it up. The reason why the bed was flipped. It was under the bed, right? Sulka! I got it! That's it. The burned corpse was hidden right there. Under the bed. Because that's why the bed was flipped when we came back. Hey! Sulka! Jeez, one after another. This really is bad for my heart. We're not done yet. Hurry, let's speed it up. Shinigami, you might be fine, but you're floating around. But this is actually really tough for me. I can't believe it. He had the corpse hidden under the blanket? Oh. So, that four-eyed detective was sleeping next to the dead body. I'm so jealous. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. Zilch was lying in the bed with the corpse. He got up once the smoke screen was ready. He took the corpse out from under the blanket, put the knife out of the cushion, and stabbed it. That way, even after the switch with the corpse, he could just hide to avoid me. Where did Detective Four Eyes hide after that? Must have been someplace with easy access. Oh no, maybe he hid under the bed, which would mean under the bed. He could have quickly hid there. Which means if you've checked under the bed at the time, you could have caught the four-eyed idiot. But back then, I was in such a hurry to warn the other master detectives. I'm sure he calculated all that too. He knew I'd panic. Maybe he was planning to take advantage of you from the very beginning, and that's why he let you live. Yeah, I think Zilch was the one who peeked into the restroom while I was sleeping there. I was supposed to be sleeping in the infirmary, so he must have planned to move me before committing the crimes. I passed out in the restroom, but that didn't hinder his plans, so he went with it. Speaking of which, wasn't it Detective Four Eyes who told you to go to the first car? Yeah, he must have planned to make me witness everything and set me up as the culprit. Aha! I think I'm starting to see the whole picture now. Not bad, Master. Maybe you were a big shot detective before you lost your memories. No, if I really was a great detective, I would have caught the culprit in the infirmary before any of this happened. I guess so. By the way, where did you get the corpse he was hiding? Where did you get the corpse he was hiding in the blanket? That corpse. Well, it must have been, Aphex's, right? Ah! Again? I won't let you go any further. Getting in our way again, huh? If you stand against my ruthless master, he'll chop you up into stir fry you with veggies for dinner. I will not. I believe it was Aphex. Okay, if I'm led to believe the supercharged corpse at the back was actually Aphex's with the necklace, then he must have used Aphex's. Master, I'm lending you a hand here from here on out. I'll assist you when you're in a pinch. Huh? Assist? It's the rule of the Mystery Labyrinth to assist whoever you're accompanying. Now let's go, Master. By using assist, your partner inside the Mystery Labyrinth will help you out. When your partner's assist is activated, a Mystery Phantom statement won't inflict any damage, so use it to take a closer look at what they're saying. Okay, so that helps you, like, read it better. I'm assuming it's Aphex's, but I won't let you get enough of your nonsense. Think he swapped the corpse? Well, that would be impossible. Someone who could replace Zilch would need to be the same size as him, which would be Aphex's. He didn't have a bag that could carry any corpse. It would have been caught at the station. It'd be impossible to get it in on board. There was no corpse to replace it anyway. Boom! Soichigayo, it was Aphex's. He matches his description, and also it was it was his body we found in that car. There's no need to bring an extra corpse for the swap. He just needed to reuse a dead body on the train. It's Aphex's body from the 5th car. He and Zilch are nearly the same height and both have stab wounds in their chests. So the corpse that was switched was with Aphex. Damn it! How could someone like you find the truth? The truth. Wait, did we do it? Is that it? We actually got a ladder this time. Yeah! He looks completely obliterated. Now we don't have to fight anymore? Even if that's true, don't let your guard down. The Mystery Labyrinth isn't over yet. Stay alert until the very end. Alright. God, this thing's got my fucking adrenaline going. I'm just slashing statements I shouldn't. That was stupid of me. I shouldn't have done that, but... Wow, who would have thought that short-tempered idiot would be used for a body swap? Thinking back, the reason the corpses in the 1st and 5th cars were burnt was to switch them out. But The corpse was so badly burned that I couldn't tell it was Aphex. That must be what the necklace was for, so he could identify him. At least I was right about that. I knew, like, at least whether or not it was Aphex or Zilch doing the crime, at least I knew that, like, some kind of body swapping was happening. Well, reusing a corpse is rather environmentally unfriendly of the culprit, don't you think? He totally went green. I mean, we gotta recycle everything in our day and age, so you gotta get the most value out of corpses too, you know? But damn, for like the main cast to be fucking really actually dead? What the fuck? Unless this isn't like the main cast. These just some bozos that we met on the train. Hello, bozo. Zilch? Wait, I am not the culprit. I am a victim who was already killed. So, leave me alone. Hey, he ran away! After him, master! Yeah. You said the body in the first car's infirmary wasn't... You said the body in the first car wasn't me, but Aphex? But you went to car 5 after car 1 and discovered his corpse there. How was the corpse transported from car 1 to car 5? That would require moving past you. That's right, if he slipped past us, when did that happen? The blackout? But also, from my understanding, I believe the train is like one big loop. I think car 5 is car 1. Because that would explain why it looked exactly the same. It had the same fire extinguisher. It was literally the infirmary from car 1. Onwards and upwards, I guess. Another fork in the road. Where did he run off to? Another mystery that needs to be solved. When moving the body from car 1 to car 5, the culprit... Well, yeah, because they weren't... They definitely had to have moved through the train. They definitely had to have moved through the train because they weren't there when we came back. Thinking about it rationally, we have to assume that they carried the corpse through the train. No, that's impossible. 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 Impossible, 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 impossible. Oh shit. You really just murdered everyone? Ah! Zilch turned into a mystery phantom. Get him, master! Boom, kill him so hard his relatives get bruises. The blackout. You could have snuck past me through the blackout, remember? Fucking idiot. Fucking stupid. You think I don't fucking know what you're trying to get at here? Why is he fucking... Dude, he's gargantuan. Blackout and shaking. What the f... I dodged that. Get your shit out of here, boy. Don't even talk to me, boy. You look like a motherfucking... It's impossible. The corpse is too heavy. Lugging that corpse would fucking... You definitely couldn't have... That means your deductions are all wrong. I'll say it once more. You cannot transfer from 1 to 5. That's true. Plus, when we investigated the private rooms, we kept the doors open for security. If someone had passed through the hallway, I probably would have noticed. They would have had to sneak past me, too. There's no way anyone can get through the corridor. If we're certain nobody used that corridor, then the corpse must have been brought from outside the train, not inside. If so, the culprit would need to be able to pass by us without being noticed. What are you mumbling about? Just admit your deductions are utter nonsense. If they didn't pass through the train, I think the corpse was brought in from the outside. The windows are all locked, shut. If the windows and doors were shut, there's no way to get out of the moving train. No issues occurred during the train's operations! Soichigayo, there was a blackout! No, there was something strange. The blackout and shaking. That happened when I was in car 2 and car 4. Gah! When the blackout occurred and the shaking started, I'm certain something else happened in the train. Maybe it has something to do with the mystery of the moving corpse. Don't be stupid! So what if there was a little blackout and some gentle swaying? That's not the way we put it. Story plate, Blood's backup control system. And the blackout. There was nothing but coincidences. It's not a coincidence. It was bad contact. No! Soichigayo, the backup was on! If the backup turned on, that means the main one failed. There was an issue. No, the blackout didn't occur because of a connection failure. It was due to the main control system failing and switching to the backup control system. The control system automatically manages the electricity within the train. When the main control system fails, it will switch to the backup system after 1 second. The blackout occurred during that 1 second when the system switched over. Hey, he ran away! A fleeing phantom is a bad phantom. Is there such a thing as a good phantom? After him! You gotta keep solving the mystery and boom, kill the mystery phantom! Oh, hey! Master, you may know the cause of the blackout, but what does that have to do with how the corpse was moved? The failed main control system was in car 1, where the body swap occurred. If so, then the main control system's failure must have something to do with the moving of the corpse. So maybe the culprit broke the main control system. He must have attempted to stop the train and bring it in the corpse from the outside. But the train never stopped. The operation log confirmed that the train was moving the entire time. So I don't think he broke the system to bring the corpse in. Then why did the main control system fail? It must have something to do with the moving of the body. But you're unsure exactly how, huh? In that case... I knew it! A mystery is blocking you! Anything blocking you in here is also a mystery, so let's solve it and keep going. The main control system was lost when car 1 was... So this is the question we're facing right now. The main control system must have failed because something happened in the first car. If that's true, what exactly happened? If it's related to the body being moved, then how? Master's expression is so serious. He must be thinking hard. Well, as his mentor, I better think hard too. The main control system failing, the blackout, the train shaking. Oh yeah, why did the train shake like that? There was a blackout right before entering the tunnel. That was caused by the main control system failing, but the culprit didn't destroy it, so the blackout happened because, Oh, wasn't there some shaking right before the blackout too? After the whole train shook, the blackout... Gah, I don't get it! That's right, the train shook right before the blackout. We still don't know what caused that to happen. Whatever it was strong enough to make the entire train shake. It caused the main control system to fail and resulted in a blackout. if it had something to do with the moving of the body, then what must have happened? Ooh, did I get the assistance you needed? Close to solving the case now? Then it's time to combine our powers and solve this thing. Let's go, Master! Lay it all out. Oh, we're doing the fucking skank shit again. The main control system was lost when Car 1 was... Are you fucking kidding? Oh, detached! What? D... I can't fucking spell. Detached. I knew it had to be an ED word. There's no way they'd give you that fucking ED if it wasn't supposed to be like a thing. When it detached. Oh my fucking god, I'm stupid. Okay. Could it be that the first car was separated from the train? Huh? Separated? What? Seriously? Yeah, the reason why the main control system failed was because the first car was cut off from the rest of the train we were riding in. Let's, keep going for now. Master, I don't really get it. What do you mean? What do you mean the first car was cut off? The shaking happened just before the blackout, right? Huh? Did it just shake? What was that? The lights went out for a moment and came back on. At the time, the first car was disconnected from the rest of the Amaterasu Express. As a result, the main control system failed, and after the brief blackout, it switched to the backup. But why cut off the first car? Why go through all the trouble? Of course, to move the body in the train car. To do that... Watch out! There it is again. It's bigger than ever. How much longer will this keep happening? I feel like I'm gonna suffocate. Now's not the time to be suffocating! Alright, hopefully I'll fucking actually get the word right this time. Again? The body was transported along the entire... We need to solve the mystery at hand. Given the first car was cut off so that the body could be moved... Right, I think I see what happened. Seems like you got it. Let's do this. Lay it all out, Master. Wait, the body was transported along with the entire... I'm trying to think what they're trying to get out here. It's a 3-letter word, the entire... What? I think I need to see the letters for this. With the entire... Car. The entire car. Okay. I think that's what they're getting at. Yeah. Boom. Okay, I redeemed myself on that one. Awesome! Oh god. Oh, she has different poses each time. Okay. Alright. Alright, game. I see what you're doing here. That's right. He transported the corpse using the entire first car. That's why the first car was disconnected. Transported the corpse with the entire car? Nonsense. Zephyrman! Shut up! The first car is in the front of the train. Aphex's corpse was in the 5th car, in the back. Even if you detach the front car, how do you move it all the way to the rear? Master, don't be scared. Lots of villains transform after they've been cornered. Calm down. Stay calm. Think. How could you swap the positions of the 1st and 5th cars? What if they were the same car? If I can answer that, I can solve the mystery once and for all. How did it happen? That reminds me, Master, earlier when you were talking about the shaking and mentioned the blackout only happened once, but the shaking happened twice. Yeah, it definitely shook 2 separate times, right before entering the tunnel and right after leaving it. The first time was when the train car was disconnected, but what about the second? Something happened to the train then too. The shaking at the end of the tunnel felt similar to the car 1 disconnect. There's no point talking about it. You're stuck in this labyrinth for all eternity. Master, here it comes. You gotta solve the mystery and defeat him. Your deductions aren't worth a damn thing, because they're all wrong from the very beginning. Shook twice near the tunnel. What of it? You mean the train car was separated? Why would that even matter? You managed to separate. How could it be moved to the rear? The train was always running on the same tracks. There's no way to shuttle the train car around. Suichigayo! The train splits in the tunnel. No, at that time, not all the cars were moving on the same track. The track at the Amaterasu Express was separated into double tracks right before entering the tunnel. So by taking advantage of the double tracks, it's possible to switch out the train cars. Gah! We're getting them. The first time the train shook was before entering the tunnel, which was caused by car 1 separating. And after the separated car 1 entered the other track, while the rest of the train proceeded on the main track. The 2 tracks rejoined after the tunnel. That's where car 1 connected to the end of the train. So I knew it. It was car. There's no 5 cars. It's just 1. It's just 1 again. The train did loop as we went through the tunnel. This is when the train shook for the first time. You're right! The first car moved all the way to the back. Normally, it's impossible for a single train car to function on its own, but the Amaterasu Express is special. It's automated. The control system will supply electricity as programmed and drive the train, but all train cars all train cars on the train have motors that run autonomously. If each train car can operate autonomously, then car 1 can function on its own. Doesn't that solve everything? It's time you give up. No! That's crazy! Huh? What? So using your method to arrange the train cars would connect the first car to the end, which would leave it behind the 5th car. In other words, it becomes the 6th car. But that doesn't exist. So you're telling me you found Aphex's corpse in a non-existent 6th car? Oh, you're right. Do you get it? You're the one who's wrong. Everything you've deduced is wrong. No, I'm not wrong. The truth lies just ahead of us. I will prove it to you. It's the same car. It's the same fucking car. There's no 5th car. From the start, the Amaterasu Express was a 4-car train. Boom! Let's go. There was no 5th because it rejoined. Car 1 is car 5. Eat that shit, pussy! What do you think of that logic? Maybe the Amaterasu Express doesn't have 5 cars. What if there was only 4 cars to begin with? If that's the case, then to me, car 1 could be made to look like car 5. Gah! Huh? So there weren't 5 cars this whole time? But instead 4? That's why Milami said the 5th car's door was broken while we were in transit. But you can't access the 5th car, the one at the end. The door appears to be broken and won't open. So it wasn't broken? The 4th car was actually the farthest one back from the get-go? I'm sure the real 5th car was left behind at the station when we departed. So the train took off with only 4 cars. There was no other car 1 at our destination. If it connected upon arrival, then the train would have 5 cars again. So, the car 1 where I was knocked out became the 5th car at the end of the line. When I was questioned by peacekeepers, the car 1 there was another car prepared at the station specifically for this plot. If the real car 1 was waiting at the station's platform, then all the peacekeepers there would have noticed it. So they were all in on it. Or you can assume that the peacekeepers themselves were the ones who prepared the other car 1. If there was another car 1, then there would be something that sets it apart from the original car 1. For example, the way the window glass was broken in the infirmary would be different from how I broke it. You mean when you used the fire extinguisher to smash the infirmary's window? So they knew you would do that? That's how they were able to imitate it in the new car 1? I think I was set up to reach for that fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher was left in a conspicuous spot in the hallway. They wanted me to use it to break the window. And that's how they pulled off the swapping of the 1st and 5th cars while in transit. It was all a trap to set me up as the culprit. Isn't that right? Zilch! Alright, we're almost there! Let's catch the culprit! That was a pretty solid deduction. Very impressive. Of me for seeing your potential! It's so strange. It doesn't feel like I'm learning. It doesn't feel like I'm learning this stuff. More like I'm remembering it. Maybe I was even a high-ranking detective in the WDO. Now's not the time for bragging. We still gotta catch him. Right. The final showdown, baby. Everything feels different here. This is just the calm before the storm. Be careful. You don't know what's going to happen next. You know, making the 1st car look like the 5th was a really big trick to pull off. I'm surprised the train cars could disconnect and reconnect so smoothly. The train's automatic operating system must have had it programmed before we departed. Even with a trick like swapping the cars, probably. I had to have been done automatically. Well, it'd be easy for Amaterasu. They own the train. That's what I'm worried about. Even if I obtain the truth here, won't they just ignore what I say and arrest me anyway? I keep telling you not to worry about it. As long as you have the truth, the culprit can't escape. Why are you so sure of that? What is this? Looks like a fort to me. With this kind of protection, I bet the truth is in there for sure. You just have to destroy it. So the truth is here? You can't have the truth. It's impossible to destroy this fortress. Just give up and leave. Whatever a culprit takes a last stand like this, you know you're just a step away from unriddling this labyrinth. Master, time to show him how dangerous you really are. After all, he did try to set you up. I'm not worried about that right now. We're so close to the truth. We gotta do this. It's boom kill time! Get us in! Oh my god. We gotta get through all these walls first? Oh! Oh! Hey, yo! Mommy's a giant? To overcome the last stand of the Phantom, tear through all obstacles with a mega-sized god, Great Onset Destroyer. Me! Blast away the gigantic iron balls released from the Phantom's fortress with a corresponding kick. When an obstacle closes in on the screen and the screen slows down, press the button to attack. Missing the input timing means failure and taking damage, so be careful! Oh. Fuck. Okay, I did fucking miss it. Destroy huge walls when they suddenly appear with the corresponding tackle. Again, when the screen slows down, press the button to attack. And again, missing the timing means failure. Try not to take damage. Okay, alright. So I just, like, waited too fucking long. To avoid the thorns that suddenly appear from the ground... jump to avoid the thorns that suddenly appear from the ground. When the screen slows down, press the button to jump. Be careful here, too, because mistiming means failure and taking damage. Okay, I get it now. So kick boulders, smash things. Boom. 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 Oh, I'm fucking locked in. I'm so locked in. It's completely baseless lie! There's no evidence this ever happened! Destroy the wall with the solution key. There are no obstacles that even God can't destroy without a solution key. Open up the solution key window, pick a key from that contradicts the Phantom statement, and boom, slash it with Master's Solution Blade. Okay. There's no evidence they ever swapped. It would be the distorted plate. You're wrong! Ha! Come on! No, there are traces of the swap. The warp plate from Car 5. The reason the plate was burned so thoroughly is because originally it said Car 1. Left as it is, it would have messed up the whole plot to make Car 1 look like Car 5. That's why you made extra sure it was burned beyond recognition. Kick, tackle, jump. Kick, tackle, jump. Kick. Kick. Tackle. 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 Jump. Tackle. 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 Kick. So there's nothing backing your deduction. You have no hard evidence proving that location was the first car. Destroy the fortress with a solution key. You have no hard evidence proving that location was the first car. The bloodstains on the interior lock! There is proof. The bloodstain on the inner lock of the infirmary in car 5. The culprit probably didn't notice it, but I remember. It's my blood. What? When I was trying to get into the infirmary in car 1, I cut my finger on the glass. When I reached through to unlock the latch, I must have gotten blood on it. But that bloodstain would have been hidden while the inner lock was open. That's probably why the culprit missed it. My blood, which was left behind in car 1, was found in car 5. This proves that someone pulled off the car switching trick. This is the truth of the case. Yeah! Holy shit, dude. So it was our blood. Right, I forgot he cut himself on the glass. I'm not done yet! What? He's still going? Let us boom kill you already. If car 1 became car 5, then where did the culprit supposedly hiding in the infirmary go? You had to have checked the 5th car, but the culprit wasn't there. The culprit must have been hiding somewhere in the 5th car, probably someplace safe. Is it main control room? But like, could you not? You couldn't get in there. It's got the connecting door. It has to be. What? Okay, then I didn't understand this one. Then you can't fucking get in the other doors. What? What? How is that the answer? Okay, that one I didn't understand because you couldn't access those, could you? The culprit was hiding inside the main control room, which was locked shut the entire time. I didn't have the key, so I could never have gotten inside. I bet the culprit moved there from the infirmary while car 1 was running on the 2nd track. If the train's management company, Amaterasu Corporation, was involved, the culprit may have had a key. And then they hid in the blind spot I couldn't see from the window. That's how they got past me. Okay, I guess that does make sense. But still, like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to figure that out? No, it's not me. I'm not the culprit. Great detective work. I'd call that a critical hit. He seems like he's barely standing. All that's left is to finish him off. Finish him off? How do I do that? Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can. Oh, is this like the, yep, okay, this has got to be like the snippet of everything. This is like the final, okay. The deduction denouncement is where the truth is made clear by thinking through all of the deductions up until this point. Place the correct piece in the corresponding deduction gap to reveal the truth. Locked pieces can be opened by solving mysteries, so keep it up, up, up! Once every gap is filled with the piece, the finale revealing all mysteries will be unveiled. Everything has been leading to this moment. And the culprit who did it, zilch. Mystery unraveled. Let's do it. Let's do it. Are we gonna see the whole snippet, or is it? I mean, we have to, right? This is like the climax of the case, brother. Step right up, step right up. 5 master detectives slain before their time, and Amaterasu Corporation has master in their sights. Truth bombs are about to be dropped from the deduction denouncement. The incident unfolded aboard the Amaterasu Express, which was on its way to Kanai Ward. Oh, okay, he's actually doing this. I rushed onto the train as I was about to depart. At that time, the train was made up of 5 cars. All because you were fast asleep in the... all because you were fast asleep in the lost and found, Master. If you kept snoozing, the case would never have been solved. When the train started moving, it was only 4 cars long, and the 5th and final one was left at the station. And so, the culprit's scheme had already begun. Meaning Amaterasu Corporation was involved from the get-go. On the train, the master detectives were gathered together in car 2. That was the dining car. And the culprit had already mixed a knockout drug into every drink there. I bet the culprit was the person on the train, so they could prepare it in advance and wait for everyone else. I felt unwell, and Malami went to the trouble of pouring me a coffee. But after drinking it, I started to feel drowsy. I was hearing things at the time and thought I might be seriously ill, but it was actually the drug. Oh, so you thought yours truly was responsible? Sticks and stones won't do much to a death god, but slander stings. The culprit sent me off to car 1 in order to frame me as the killer. I'm sure the culprit didn't expect you to get sick, Master, but since you look like super easy target, they probably changed their plan and went after you instead. Once I'd left, the other master detectives must have fallen asleep because of the drugged drinks. The culprit then burned everyone to death. Setting all those master detectives on fire on purpose? What a psycho! This was when the culprit put their plan to frame me into motion. First, they carried Apex's charred corpse to the infirmary in car 1. The very first body we found. Then, they deliberately left a fire extinguisher near the restroom I was sleeping in. This was done to prompt me into smashing the door later. Gotta have someone get inside somehow, or else nobody would find the body. Next, the culprit entered the infirmary, locked the door, and laid down on the bed with Apex's charred corpse. Jumping into bed with a charred corpse, and here I thought chivalry was dead. What a gentleman! I'm actually a little jealous. A knife and cushion created the red herring. Hell of a way to pretend to be dead! Furthermore, the culprit set the room on fire just as I was waking up. While you were sleeping, I felt someone come into the restroom. They must have seen you and then timed it. When I woke up in the restroom and went into the hallway, car 1 was beginning to fill with smoke. Wow, that's some precise timing. I caught a glimpse of Zilch in the infirmary with a knife lodged into his chest. But it didn't take long for the smoke to obscure everything. That was when the culprit took out Apex's burnt corpse, switched places with it, and waited for me to enter the room while hiding underneath the bed. It's just like a magic trick, switching places under the veil of smoke. Meanwhile, I found the fire extinguisher on the floor, smashed the window, unlocked the room, and went inside. Just like the culprit planned, that's why they left the fire extinguisher there in the first place. After the smoke cleared, I found Zilch's body, burnt to a crisp. At least that's what I thought. The charred corpse was actually Aphex. The culprit had me completely fooled. That must have been why they picked the time-consuming method for That's why they probably picked the time-consuming method of roasting someone to death. Plus, the body was about the right size. I bolted out of car 1 after seeing the corpse. The culprit was under the bed at that time. Huh. They probably laughed at you there, watching everything unfold as they planned. I went on to discover the charred corpses of the other master detectives. Around that time, the culprit came out from under the bed and went to the main control room in car 1. Controlling the train from there, they detached car 1. That caused the blackout and shaking, and the power source was switched over to the backup system. So when the train shook, was there or was there not jiggling in my blouse? Take a guess. While the detached car 1 was running on a separate track, the culprit went to work, preparing to disguise car 1 as car 5. What about the jiggling? First, Aphex's corpse was carried to the corridor, and the necklace removed earlier was placed back on. When the car 1 number plate was burned, then the car 1 number plate was burned, so that it couldn't be properly identified. With everything in place, the culprit went into main control room, locked the door, and waited for the train cars to reconnect. At the time, the culprit was riding in car 1 on the other track. Right? Yeah, the train, which was only cars 2, 3, and 4 at the time, remained on course. Since we were in a tunnel, I didn't even realize car 1 was moving alongside us. The train we were on went through the tunnel with only 3 cars. When it came out of the tunnel, the car with the culprit in it attached to car 4. Now behind car 4, that car became car 5. The swap was pre-programmed into the train's automatic operating system, right? Technology sure is convenient. The culprit, riding in car 1, attached it to the back of car 4. That caused more shaking, but there was no blackout this time because the power supply stayed the same. Additionally, shaking occurred inside my blouse, but power stayed on. After that, I mistook car 1 for car 5 and walked right in. The culprit wrecked it so much I didn't even notice the door I had smashed when I was in the car 1 before. I figured there had been some kind of brawl. But that was all part of the culprit's plan, wasn't it? Also, no one would realize it was actually car 1. When I found the corpse, I deduced that it was Aphex from the necklace it had on it. But I was just rediscovering the same charred corpse from car 1. The disguised corpse on the car switch completely fooled me. Reusing a dead body was despairingly brilliant idea. When the train arrived in Kenai Ward, it connected to a different pre-arranged car 1. And with that, the train once again had 5 cars. So much attaching and detaching. What a stupidly crazy elaborate trick. The peacekeepers were lying in wait at the station. As the sole survivor, I was set up as the one responsible for the murders. The Amaterasu was in on it! Huh? That really turns me on. You mean pisses me off, right? During that time, the culprit stayed hidden in the main control room of the disguised Car 1 and waited for the peacekeepers to haul you in, Master. They were right there this whole time. After burning all the Master Detectives, the culprit faked their own death and tried to frame me as the killer. It was a cunning, cold-blooded scheme. And the evildoer who committed these countless contemptible crimes is none other than Zilch Alexander. It was you. Hell yeah. Ha! This is the truth I've uncovered. Yo, that was fucking lit. Is that it? What's this? It's the truth. It's the soul of the true culprit who made the mystery labyrinth. The soul of the true culprit? Wait, what am I supposed to do with this? Now it's time for the main event. Here we go. It's my time to shine. Oh my god, is she gonna execute him? Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Ruin to the veiled mystery labyrinth. Luminous darkness, shining rainbow, glorious stellar spiral, bello fresco grand finale. Holy shit, so Zilch actually did it. He fucking just killed all the other Master Detectives. Goddamn.